Hello everyone and welcome back to Watch Companion. So today is going to be a really fun episode. We're going to be talking about tons of Daytonas. So these are not my Daytonas, of course. These are on loan from a jewelry store, and I happen to have a friend of mine here who works at the jewelry store that is going to be showing us his inventory. Alright, guest, so you asked to be anonymous, so we're not going to say any name. We're just going to call you guest. Tell us, what do we have? Let's start at the bottom row here, okay?
Got lots of Daytonas. So the one all the way on the left, this is the Zenith Daytona. And this is the first Daytona, or the last Daytona that had the Zenith movement before Rolex went to their in-house chronograph movements. This is the 116520, the first in-house Rolex chronograph movement. This is its brother, the 116520 also, with the black dial. And it evolved to the ceramic bezel, the 116500. And then here we have two two-tone Daytonas, both very nice pieces.
Okay, what do we have in the back row? And then we'll go back and talk individually about everything.
The back row is the more expensive row. The first one that you're looking at is the Platinum Daytona with the baguette diamond dial. The next one is a Tahitian mother of pearl dial with diamonds, and it's in white gold. Then we have the Leopard, known as the ugliest Rolex watch ever made, which is also very, very fun. Then we have the John Mayer Daytona in yellow gold. And then we have the Beach Daytona in white gold.
Alright, so we'll get to all of these watches. So let's start with the front row here. So tell me about this watch. What do you know about it?
So as I mentioned, this is the Zenith Daytona. And it's Rolex's last movement, or the last chronograph that they used before they had their own in-house movement. And it was made, the movement, by Zenith Watch Company, who also still makes watches.
So this is not a Rolex movement, this is a Zenith movement.
Right.
Okay, and this is a steel watch.
Yes, it is all steel.
Okay. What is the difference really between a Zenith movement and a Rolex movement? Do you know the difference?
If you look, you can see on the second sub-dial registers.
This one?
Exactly. That the chronograph for the new, or the Rolex movement, is on the bottom, whereas the Zenith movement is on the top left register. So that's one main difference.
Do they have the same power reserve, do you know?
I think this one has a longer power reserve, but I'm not positive.
Okay. And then also the difference is this one has black subdials,
Yes,
and this one has
black
the
for
same
silver.
silver
And
steel
if you
color.
look at how it evolved, now it goes back to the black subdials.
Yeah, this is pretty much what the current one, right?
Yeah, they make a newer one, but it's coming out like next month.
Okay. So that was...
Some of the other differences also, if you look at the case, the lugs are brushed here, whereas here they're polished lugs.
Okay.
And
It looks like, is the text like not indented on this bezel, but this one it is like kind of carved in?
Yeah, they make a lot of variations of both bezels, so between these two it looks like that, but I wouldn't say that is across all models.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about the Zenith one?
I think you could flip the to show the bracelet is different also if you flip the clasp over.
Yeah, I could definitely see it's not
as solid as, and this is actually the smaller clasp. The 116520 also made a little bit longer of a clasp, which is now what the current clasp looks like.
okay. Alright, so that's the Zenith one. Was there anything else you wanted to add about this one? The Rolex movement one? No?
It's a
Okay.
legend. It's the Daytona. And they're both very highly in demand.
Okay. So, what is this one now?
That's the black dial version. It's from around 2008.
Okay, so this one has like the same class that the other Rolex one had.
Yes, exactly. And that's because, again, it's the older. They made 116520s that are like in the 2013s that have the longer clasp.
Okay. So what years were this? This one you said was what, the 90s?
The 90s, yeah. And then these are like mid 2000s. And
Okay.
then they also made the later Daytonas, the 116520s. The subdials are shinier, whereas these are a little bit more muted. That's another difference.
Okay. All right, so that was these three. Tell us about this one right here.
That's the hype watch, the 116500. It came out, it was selling over retail. It never went under retail. At one point, it went up to like $50,000. Now it's back down, and it's probably Rolex's most popular or most coveted watch.
Gotta feel bad for the people who bought it at 50,000 and now it's in the 30s.
Yeah. But they
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know anything about this one?
That is the two-tone Daytona. It's the same movement as the ceramic bezel Daytona. It's pretty much the same watch except for it's steel and gold.
Very nice.
And the same thing with the black one. Those are both 116503 models. And you see it has the longer clasp.
You happen to know any history about the Daytonas?
It's all about racing.
About racing. Okay, so
Yes.
Daytona is a racetrack, right, in Florida?
Yes. Daytona Beach. And that's why it has the chronograph, and it has the tachymeter scale, which helps you measure elapsed time.
So that was this row that we have here. Before we get to the back row, which is your favorite of the front row?
I like this one, I think.
Okay, so that's the one with the Rolex movement.
Yes.
Now, what made you determine that?
It's just very classy.
Okay. Let's see, which one would be my favorite? I kind of like this one the best with a two-tone. It's just the white and gold is really nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Now, let's talk prices. How much would this one be?
It's in the upper 20s.
Okay. What about this one?
It's lower 20s.
So, could we just say these are both 25?
I think the Zenith would be a little bit more than 25. And I think the white one would be a little, or the Rolex model movement would be a little less than 25. But I think you could say together they're about 50.
Okay. So, 25, 25. Caught them 50. This one?
About 20.
Okay, so now we're
Maybe-
up to 70 then.
Yeah, maybe a little over 20. But
Okay. This one?
I would say about 35.
So that's 70, 105-ish. Okay. This one? How much would this one be?
That would be about 25.
Okay, so
And-
now we're up to 130. Okay. And then how much would this one be?
About the same.
Okay. So 160 we're up to then? Okay. So with just 6 watches, we're up to, quite a high number.
Yes. And if you get to the back row, you get higher.
All right, so what do we have now in the back row? We have 5 watches here. We already did those 6. So what is this one?
That is the Platinum Daytona with the diamond baguette dial, and it has the brown ceramic bezel.
Okay. So I guess let's compare the brown to the black ceramic bezel. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a slight difference between the brown and black, but it's difficult to see if you're not comparing them.
Yes, it definitely looks dark.
Okay, so this is platinum, and it has diamond baguettes as the hour markers. Very nice. Now, something with Rolex only puts this kind of light blue, glacier blue, ice blue color only on platinum models.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. What is this one here?
That's a white gold Daytona 116509, and it has the Tahitian mother of pearl dial with the diamond markers, and it has gold crystal subdials.
Okay. What is this crazy one?
That's the Leopard watch. Absolutely crazy, a lot of fun. It has orange sapphires and diamonds, and it's in yellow gold.
Okay. What is this one?
That's the John Mayer Daytona. John Mayer did a video with Hodinkee, and ever since he did that video, it blew up and became very popular.
And what is this one?
And that's the Beach Daytona. It's a chrysoprase stone dial, and it's white gold.
Okay, so let's go back now to this one, the Platinum Daytona. What can you tell us about it? I know it's really heavy because I'm holding it.
Very heavy. It's the ultimate Daytona, I would say. The new model they actually just made. They discontinued the all glacier blue dial. Now they have the glacier blue dial with the subdials in brown. So this one they don't make it as similar anymore. But the newer model has a sapphire case back also, whereas this one doesn't.
Okay. What is this one we have here now? What can you tell us about it?
The nicest dial of them all. It's like a rainbow.
Yeah. So black mother of pearl, and then we have some gold flakes as the sub circles here, the sub markers. And then we also have diamonds as the hour markers. This is all white gold.
And you could even tell the difference in color between white gold and platinum. How the white gold is more of a softer color, whereas the platinum is more a cold color.
Okay. This is probably the most fun one.
Absolutely. And it comes with the strap has a leopard strap also that has the same pattern as the pattern on the dial.
Wow, that'd be crazy. I think the black is a good move having it on there.
But it's a little more subdued with this black strap.
Yeah, these are beautiful sapphires that we have there, and then beautiful diamonds that we have on the end links. Crazy dial. Do you know how many they made of this, or they weren't numbered?
They're not numbered. They're any Rolex gem set piece is limited, but they're not numbered.
Okay. So what is this one?
That's the John Mayer yellow gold green dial. It came out the same time as the ceramic bezel Daytona, the 116500, and it got no hype, whereas the ceramic bezel got a lot of hype. And John Mayer did a video probably in like 2019 or so, or 2020, and he said he doesn't understand why it's not popular. And ever since he did that video, it soared in popularity.
Yeah, I like it better with the gold bezel more than a ceramic. Okay, what is this one?
That is the Beach. Very nice watch. It has a chrysoprase stone dial, and it comes also on a green lizard strap. And then the Beach Daytona comes with a special box. And it
that's
comes with,
interesting. It has like grooves on it.
yeah,
That's different.
and it has the strap to match the box.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this is on a rubber strap just to make it a little bit more summery, for like so you could wear it to the beach and not worry about ruining the strap.
So, chrysoprase, that's a stone?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What kind of rubber is this? Like, are these like the normal end links, or
That's the end links that came with the watch. It's a rubber B strap,
okay?
and they make the Beach Daytona in 4 colors: green, yellow, blue, and pink.
Any idea why they call it the beach?
Just because it gives you the summer vibes. They're fun colors. They're light colors.
Yeah, this isn't the first time Rolex has done fun colors. They did it a few years ago with the Oyster Perpetuals, and then they also did it with Day-Dates with the Stella dials.
Yeah, and now the Celebration Oyster Perpetual.
That's a fun one. All right, so of these 5, which do you like the best?
Well, the dial on the mother of pearl is the nicest dial. I like the platinum, the weight, the best. And then the leopard is just a lot of fun. They're all nice. The John Mayer is a lot of flash also, and the green Beach Daytona is just a very pretty color. So they're all nice.
I would say my favorite would be the Leopard. It's not an everyday watch, but it's just so different and unique that it makes my favorite. And this is all factory, right?
All factory, absolutely.
So these are all, factory watches, nothing really aftermarket other than like straps.
Right.
Okay, so what kind of money are we talking about? Because people are going to ask how much money.
A lot of money.
How much would this one be, the platinum one?
It's about 120. At one point, it was around 200 even.
Okay.
It came down a bit.
So then, how much is this one?
It's about 60, I would say.
So 120 and 60 is 180.
Yep.
How much would this one be?
I would say about 120.
So then, these 3 watches is 300,000.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is this one?
It's about 80.
So now we're up to 380.
Yep. That watch was also going for like 150, 160 at one point.
Okay, and then how much is the Beach?
It's about 75 or 80.
So we got 380 and then another 70. So that's 450.
Yeah.
And then
like that.
how much do we have on the bottom here? We had 160, I think.
I forgot what we said.
Okay. What did I just say? This was 350? Boop. Okay, let's start over then.
Yeah, let's start over.
Okay, so then how much is this one?
That's, you said the 2 Daytonas were 50.
Okay, so
Those
50.
2. And then another 20,
70,
70, 35, 105.
105.
And then these 2 are like 50. So like 155. So you could say like 160 for the front row.
So 160 front row, and then we said 350 for the back row. So 350, 450. So we're about a little bit more than 600,000 on this table.
A little more than 500. Unless this is 450, the back row.
Okay, 120,
120, 180,
180,
300,
300,
380,
380,
450, not 350.
450. So
Yeah.
450, 160. So then we're going to be up to a little bit more than 600,000.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a crazy collection that you have in your jewelry store. Well, you're just an employee there, right?
Yes.
Crazy collection that this jewelry store has. Any more you want to say about them?
I don't think so. Very nice watches.
All right, thanks for being a guest on the show, and maybe we'll do more collaborations in the future.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good one. Like this video, subscribe, so you can see more fun watch content. See ya.